Could it mean that she's upset with me? He's upset with me? That this person is angry with me? What are they really angry about? Are they angry about something that you did? Or are they angry about a result that they wanted that could not be achieved? Well, what's the difference? They are using harsh language with you. They're literally looking at you and talking to you. If you give it the meaning that it's affecting your self-respect, your perceived value in your own eyes, on the eyes of other people, you're finished. So today we're going to talk about 4 realizations that I've had that have completely changed the way that people perceive me, and I believe that will completely change the way that people will start perceiving you. And why is that important? I mean, think about it in your personal life, in your professional life, the kind of opportunities that you get, the kind of people that you hang out with, even the chances of meeting somebody that you're romantically inclined towards, even the chances of that romantic relationship flourishing, growing, becoming successful is gonna have a lot to do with this word that we call respect. But respect is a weird thing to think about, right? Especially a weird thing to try and build. Like, how do you get other people to respect you? Like, I'm gonna make you respect me. It's a weird thing to think about, like, right? Like, have you ever come across somebody who's trying to forcefully make you respect them? Doesn't really work, does it? Because I think deep inside we know that respect, you know, isn't something that you take. It's something that you earn. But how do you earn it? Now, I believe that if you wanna think about respect, you can't think about respect without thinking about how you react to other people disrespecting you. So that's a very important part of respect, right? How do you react? Do you react? Do you respond? So when we talk about disrespect, there are 2 distinctions that we got to make, right? One is somebody who has ill intent towards you and is disrespecting you. And then there's another category where the person does not, or at least to the best of your knowledge, that the person does not have any ill intent towards you but is disrespecting you. And out of the 2, I think the second one is more insidious, right? In the first case, the person is going to disrespect you because they don't like you. Maybe you have some sort of rivalry, or just don't like each other, and whatever. In that case, if they're disrespecting you and you want to go at them, you want to fight them verbally or physically, you do you. I'm not going to condone violence, but it's up to you what you do. But that's far easier to deal with because you know that this person doesn't like you. This person is going to disrespect you. Like, I remember in school, there was this group of boys that I didn't like very much. They didn't like me. I don't know what it was. I can't even remember. But they would bully me all the time. I remember this one time I was so pissed off. I was working on an assignment, and it was a technical drawing assignment, and they're really intricate. You have to use the compass to draw lines, and they have to be perfect. And anyway, I finished my assignment. The dude walks up to me and takes my eraser, rubs all the drawings that I made. I was so pissed off. Like, but you know, it doesn't hurt in the long term because like, you expect them to behave in this way because that's what they do. That's who they are, right? They don't like you. You don't like them. It's just easier, I think, to kind of work through that. You respond, you react, you get angry, you say whatever you got to say, and it's over. Now, on the other hand, is when somebody doesn't actually have ill intent towards you. At least you don't think so, right? You don't believe that they do, and they still end up saying or doing things that feel disrespectful to you. I'll give you an example in my relationship, right? So my partner, she's somebody who's like very impulsive. She's a very impulsive person. So when she's happy, she's like super happy. She's jumping around. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's got great energy, right? But when she's not in a good mood, it's almost like a dark cloud kind of gathers over her head. and this dark cloud turns into thunder, lightning, and storms like this, right? Like it just gets dark so quickly. And sometimes I think, what the hell is happening? And she'll say things, she's so impulsive, right? And that's one of the things that is great about her, because if she wants to do something, like I've been trying to record this video for some time, and it takes me a little bit of time to get into it. But if she gets in the mood to do something, she just smash it immediately. But if she's in an awful mood, then the impulsiveness also comes out there, right? And she might say something which has nothing really to do with me, but she might say something that might make me feel like I'm being disrespected just by the tonality, just by the way that she says it. And it was a struggle in the beginning to kind of understand this, because I'm like, what the hell, why is she talking like that? Did I do something? you know I didn't do anything, so she just being disrespectful, right? And it's almost as if we're speaking two different languages. So this is one of the first realizations that I had, right? Realization number one out of four was that we got to be speaking two different languages. So we're both obviously speaking English, right? You're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about, Jay? Like, what do you mean two different languages? Understand that different people talk differently. What they say and what they mean are totally different, even though you're using the same language in terms of the words, in terms of English. But what you mean by the words is two different things, right? And so somebody might not actually intend to hurt me, right, by the words that they say. So my partner was saying something, it wasn't with the intention to hurt me. Remember, no ill intent. What she was saying actually was that I am frustrated, I'm feeling frustrated, right? And so it comes out in the tonality when she's speaking with me. What she is currently feeling in that moment was frustration. Now, because we're speaking two different languages, I'm hearing what she's saying, I'm hearing the tonality. Now, I am perceiving, I don't know why, but for some reason, I am perceiving that what she is saying is actually about me. Right? It has something to do with me, that she is upset with me. Somehow I've made it all about me, right? And that's not what she's saying. She didn't say, you have made me upset, you have done this. No, she didn't say anything like that. It was just the tonality. So sometimes people say things that we perceive is disrespectful towards us, when that's not really what they're talking about. Now it's up to you to become aware that, hey, this person might not actually be saying what they're saying. So what else could they be saying, right? The second realization, or the second thought that I had after that was, okay, so if they're saying something and I'm perceiving that they are disrespecting me, what is my language over here, right? What meaning am I giving to their words, to their tonality, to the way that they are standing or sitting? Do they really have a problem with me? Or is it that they upset about something else, or they're angry about something else, or they're feeling something about something else? And just now, because I'm interacting with them, that energy is being projected onto me, but it's not really about me. So what language am I using here? Right? So if I just look at what I'm observing instead of giving it meaning. So if somebody's standing like this, or somebody's looking like really low around me, like hunched over shoulders, right? Now I could look at that and think, this person has a problem with me, right? This person is upset with me. Or I could just say, this person has slouched over shoulders. What could that mean? Are they tired? Are they feeling sick? Are they upset about something? So now what do? I could make an inquiry. I could go in with curiosity to try and actually understand and bridge the gap of languages that we have between us. Right? So that's the second realization that I had, that, you know, a part of the responsibility lies with me in understanding and being clear about my own language, right? The third realization that I had is, what is their language? Just being very curious about that question. What is their language? So going back to the same example, somebody's slouched over, upset, face is really like stonewalling. I could look at them and I could observe the way that their body language, the way that they use their words. I could observe all of that. And then I could start asking with curiosity, what could that mean? Right? Could it mean that she's upset with me, or he's upset with me, or that this person is, angry with me? What are they really angry about? Are they angry about something that you did, or are they angry about a result that they wanted that could not be achieved? Right? And you're probably thinking, well, what's the difference? They're speaking like that with me. True, they are. They are speaking like that with you. They are using harsh language with you. They're literally looking at you and talking to you. But if you give it the meaning that it's affecting your self respect, that what they're saying is going to have an impact on your value, your perceived value in your own eyes, on the eyes of other people, you're finished. You're finished. You've given all of your power to this person. Instead, what you could do is you could look at this person, you could see what they're doing, and you could think to yourself, what meaning should I attach to this? So if somebody attacks you, right? If somebody goes for you, and you know deep down that this person does not have any ill intent towards you, this person is actually really upset about this particular thing that was not done, right? And so now I direct my attention to what was not done, and to see if there's if my goals are actually aligned with his goals. And if that's the case, then maybe I should get angry with him instead of against him, and tell him, you know what, you're right, I didn't do that properly. Let's figure out a way to work it out right now. Tell me what we can do. I guarantee you that if you respond in a thoughtful way like that, first of all, they're going to look at you like what the hell? Wires are going to cross in their brain. When you say or do something that completely interrupts a regular pattern that most people expect. It's a great way to get people to pay attention to you. So understand their language, or be curious about their language, because they're saying what they're saying. And it's your responsibility to listen. And the fourth realization ultimately that I had is, all of this really boils down to responsibility, self responsibility. Imagine that you are on the highway of your life. You're driving this car, and you don't have a choice when to speed up, when to slow down, which turn to take, you know, how you navigate yourself. You have no choice. You don't know where you're heading. You don't know which cars you could crash into, because you've got no control over your car. Imagine that. And that's what happens when you don't take full responsibility for the way that you feel. Now, you're probably thinking, dude, if somebody says something to me, I'm going to respond. And what I'm saying to you is, you're right. You will. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you even have a choice on what you decide to do? Are you choosing consciously how to respond? There's a big difference between the two. And so I really think that the way that you respond in these difficult situations will go a long way. And the only reason for that is because you're building your character. So you can't do any of these things without actually trying really, really hard. Like, if you want to understand somebody else's language, you got to listen, man. You got to listen. And when you want to understand your own language, you got to listen even harder. It's much harder to listen to your own shit, right? And then finally, taking responsibility for yourself, like taking actual ownership of yourself. Well, that's really, really, really tough. Sometimes you think that you're doing it, but you're not. Like, I remember A lot of times I feel like I'm taking responsibility for my own shit. But the truth is, there's more that I could do. I know that. Like, if I were to be completely honest with myself about it, I know I could do more, right? And if I don't give my best, there's no hiding from me. I know. And so, how can I have my own respect if I know I could put in more, if I could do better? I can't have my own respect, right? And so now I start looking for validation externally. Please respect me. Please respect me. Please like me. Please admire me. It's bullshit, right? Versus if I have my own sense of respect because I know that I'm actually being honest with myself, I'm being authentic with myself, I'm actually trying my hardest, I'm actually giving it all, right? That completely changes the way that you shine out in the world, like the way that you show up in the world. People look at you and they know that this person is being real. You don't need to then try to make someone respect you. They'll do it anyway, because then you would have earned it.